It's just different.
Yo, what's going on, VeVe fam? Back with another one. Welcome back to the channel, All Things Strange. It's your man, Dokta Strange. Yo, we about to dive into this quick comic drop from VeVe. They back at it again. Look like we got 2 in 1 week. We got Young Avengers. And I believe this is number 1. Yes, this is number 1. Got exclusive, rare and ultra rare covers as usual. Man, what can I tell you about this book? Nothing much, man. This new age stuff, honestly, as soon as I see these comic book drops and I look and it's something new, like I could just tell by the artwork, I immediately am just like, all right, I'm sure it's a significant book in the overall scope. You know, they're not just going to give us a random Young Avengers number 38 and it's not a first appearance or something like that. Like, we're always going to get something that means something, you know what I'm saying? So I can appreciate it from that perspective. However, you know, we know the type of app we're on, you know what I'm saying? We know everybody's got the flipper mentality, you know, everybody's got the, well, if I buy it today, what is it worth as soon as the drop is over mentality, you know what I'm saying? All I could tell y'all is, man, there's books that I bought at like $2.20, maybe like 4 weeks ago, and they're already at like $4. You know what I'm saying? There's other books that I got for $3 that are at $6 and change. So take that for what it's worth, man. You know what I'm saying? Move accordingly. That's all I could tell y'all, because, you know, at the end of the day, like, we could sit here and be like, oh, supplies of this and this book isn't worth that and all these different things. But like I said, man, you know, when things get moving, there's no reversing it. It's no turning back. So the days of seeing a book for $2, that may never happen again. So, you know, sometimes it's just about your opportunity cost. And then we got things like, you know, MCP coming, Master Collector Program, points coming. And all it takes is a couple of things to happen, and boom, now you got an influx of new users, and before you know it, it's hard to hit on drops. We're going to be saying it's bots, but we're going to know it's not bots because we're going to see the organic things happening. You know what I'm saying? Like them going to Comic-Con out here in New York or wherever they're going to have it. You know what I'm saying? When they start rolling out little commercials, when they start just being more visible, I'm sure, you know, it's being done on purpose, that with these movies and stuff like that, like, they're not putting their name like, yo, make sure our name is all attached to this and on the, showing on this flyer or whatever, you know, on a poster. But best believe that day's gonna come, you know what I'm saying? And they're staying on the low for a reason, man, you know what I'm saying? And we know what that all is, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, to work out. And I wouldn't expect any, you know, mass marketing or anything serious until you see that beta word leave off the app. Like, there's no reason to drive traffic to your app or anything that you got going on when it still has a tag of beta in it and you still attest to stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be realistic. Like, if you owned the company and you was in beta and somehow you had the opportunity to work with the biggest brands in the world and the U.S. government, like, you know what I'm saying? You got to know how to manage that situation right for everybody that you want to potentially be using your platform. So, you know, anyway, I won't ramble on anymore. Y'all here to, you know, see about this comic, what the deal is. We're going to go through our usual rundown. You know what I'm saying? We're going to check out eBay, all that good stuff, see what the sales is looking like. So right now we're going to take a look at the uncommon right here. And that's looking pretty good. I am a little, you know, sketchy on uncommons. Like, certain ones I prefer over other ones, like, you know, what they choose to make colorized and what they choose to leave black and white. You know, just my preference from book to book, it varies. You know what I'm saying? Especially like the older books and when VeVe was first working on these variated covers and stuff like that. Like, you know, they were making, you know, uncommons all black and white or certain rares all black and white, and then, you know what I'm saying? So it depends on the book, but that's that. So that's the uncommonness right here. I would assume is the rare. You know what I'm saying? Exclusive cover. Looks like we got the ultra rare over here. I say that's, you know, one of the best covers right there, fully colorized and everything, you know. And the secret rare, you know. This right here, I can't lie, that's fire. That is dope, man. I can't even lie. That's dope. So there you have it. You know what I'm saying? Young Avengers #1. Let's hop on over to eBay, see what's poppin'. All right, so we over here on eBay, checking it out. You know what I'm saying? We got one that popped up right here for $8.99. I can't lie, this book looks good in the slab. You know what I mean? So we got that for $8.99. Let's see, buy now. Show me sold items. So $6.99. That's in the 9.8, so you know it's the highest grade. And that sold June 27th. So yeah, that was just yesterday. So that sold for $700, you know. Do with that as you will. Yeah, let's see some more information here. So I'm gonna go to sort. I'm gonna go by highest price, see what's on the market currently. Interesting. This is a double cover, so this must be like an outlier. This down here looks like the variant sketch cover we're getting. So here we can get a little glimpse at the fact that, you know, this is not a cover that they're just deciding to colorize out of nowhere or willy-nilly, however they feel. You know what I'm saying? I do see here, I believe that's an auto down there. Yeah, I believe that's this dude's auto. I don't think we got an auto on ours. Yeah, honestly, like, the way they did the uncommon is actually not in line with this cover. You know, technically, if they didn't get their own artist to do the rare and the ultra rare, this is probably what we would have gotten for our rare. And compared to this rare, I think I'd rather have the original. You know, no shade on these artists, but this in black and white versus that in black and white, I like the other. You know, now this in color versus the other in black and white, I like this better. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm saying the artist isn't killing it. They are. You know what I'm saying? But that's my thoughts on that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not gonna hold y'all long, man. I just wanted to drop in, you know, take a couple look at some prices, see what we see, get an idea. You know, by now, hopefully you guys are picking up on the trends and the fact that, you know, just like this book here we got on the app, a couple of, well, I guess over a month ago now, new Marvel Now, #1, first appearance of Kamala Khan, you know what I'm saying, Miss Marvel. So even this book in the 9.8, very significant first appearance. It's going for like almost 7 G's. Not, relatively not much in the realm of comic books. I guess in the realm of new age books, that's considered pretty good. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what you got. So that's pretty much it. Other than that, I did want to hop over to Twitter and see what you guys is talking about. See how y'all feeling it. Not a lot of people really chiming in on this here. We got 225 likes, 51 retweets though, and 18 comments. So, we'll see if anything interesting is going on here. In the comics, we got Comics and Crypto Podcast. This comic includes the FA of Hulkling and Wiccan, but also Kate Bishop, Patriot, Iron Lad, and the FA. Pardon me, that's that name Wildlife. I go. Iron Lad and the FA of the Young Avengers team. We're very excited for this comic. Now, I don't mean to like rattle the cage or nothing like that, but I was just on the VeVe app and I was looking at, the Young Avengers, because I was like, didn't they already put Young Avengers 1 on the app? But they didn't. You know what I'm saying? This was Young Avengers number 12. And I remember when they started doing these newer age books, I was sitting here saying, like, why are they even putting this out? And then at the time, Hawkeye was out, and Hawkeye should have just been called Kate Bishop, you know what I'm saying? Or the intro to Lady Hawkeye, because that's what it was. But anyway, I remember this book saying this was the first appearance of Kate Bishop, and then their rare and ultra rare VeVe covers literally have her on the cover. So, I mean, with this being issue number 12 of Young Avengers, and that book being number 1, I'm more likely to think if she's in this book, this was her first appearance. But either way, somebody is wrong. I don't see her on this cover. I don't see her depicted on the variated covers, none of that. So, to a degree, I'm inclined to think Comics and Crypto might be mistaken on that part. But I'm not sure, you know what I'm saying? I've never really read this book to say, but, well, here we go. What's more valuable, the first appearance of Kate Bishop? Oh, or FA is her as Hawkeye. Okay. So, again, they're saying Kate Bishop. So maybe in this book we're getting she's Kate Bishop, but in here she was FA Hawkeye. But, once again, even in VeVe's verbiage, this is the first appearance of Kate Bishop as Hawkeye. So I don't know. Talking about web access. No way, let's go. More first appearance of Hulk. Nah, it's not. All about this. Maybe down. Ton of gems Wednesday. Happy to have with a comment. Just love what it's about. All the covers are great. I don't know. A lot of y'all is just, I don't know, happy to be here or something. I don't know what's going on. First appearance of who? Hoping to stack at 3 gems like 0.1 comics. This person's smart. I could dig it. Who? Yeah, I feel you. Keep them coming, boy. Wow, finally. It's not Hulk. 9.6 is 260. Pretty much, right. So, yeah, mixed emotions here. Not too many people hyped for the wreck. Not too many people going crazy for this one. I don't blame them. It's not that serious, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, this is fandom. Featured characters, Steve Rogers, Tony Starks, Jessica Jones, Young Avengers, got them all here. And as supporting characters, Kate Bishop is there, and Susan Bishop, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, antagonist, King the Conqueror is in there. So, yeah, we'll see what it do. All I can say is if you're going for it, good luck to you. Hopefully you hit that secret rare or whichever cover, you're digging the most. Me personally, am I stacking or slacking? I'm gonna be slacking. You know, I gotta slack back on this one, man. Right now the gems is just too tight. There's too many other cheap books right now. Books are on the rise, so I'm trying to get it where I can fit in. So to be honest, I'm gonna go for one on the drop, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Most likely I will, you know, but I'm gonna grab, you know, maybe 2 off the market and have 3 to sit on. I usually like sitting on 3 books if I can. You know what I'm saying? My little philosophy, you know, just through experiences of buying stuff as a collector, and then also, you know, being open to selling it later or buying stuff to resell later. But then as I'm holding it, you know, I actually like it. You know what I'm saying? You go through different stuff. You know, or just when you grab something for, you know, whatever price, and then you see how much it went up later, you're like, damn, I wish I grabbed more of these. So just going through those experiences over and over again, I got in the habit of, like, especially when things are affordable, you know, and just normally, you know what I'm saying? Some people have said if you can't buy something 2 or 3 times, then you shouldn't buy it at all. So I don't know how realistic that is, especially in today's world, but, you know, I kind of apply that to these comics, especially while they are cheap, because I've seen it happen starting with Marvel Comics 1. There'll never be nothing else like that, but I've seen that happen with every book they dropped, you know, after that for like the first 3 or 4. Amazing Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, Journey to Mystery, they all did the same thing. People reselling them for what they just paid for or less. And, you know, we're back in that phase again. We went through a good period where, you know, after a comic, you know, dropped, you couldn't even, getting it at retail, that was not happening. You at least, the floor would be like $14, $20. You know what I'm saying? That's for an average book. And they wasn't dropping like a lot of new age books that we can easily be like, oh, that's not going to be worth much now. You know, they were dropping like books where you kind of had to do a little research because it was a little old, you know what I'm saying? So it was a number 1 of this or that. So I'll just say that to say, you know, we're at another point now where, you know, there are some books that are on the app to where if you're sitting here like, oh, well, how much is that book raw, even though it's old? And you're like, oh, it's worth $20. And you see it on the app right now for $10. You're like, ah, that should be what it's worth. Like, don't be fooled, man. These are limited edition NFTs, you know what I'm saying? And it's what you got, 30,000 total. So, I mean, even in commons, that's not that many. I think we're left with like 20,000 or something like that. So it's not that many, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when you spread it across a lot of books, yeah. But if you know what books to be collecting, you'll be all right. And like I said, in the grand scope of things, like, VeVe could drop 2 comics every day for a year, and it still doesn't hit the same as when back in the day you didn't know how many they were printing, and you knew every week another numbered, or every 2 weeks another, the next sequential ordered book was coming. So you were up to 5, you knew the next one was 6, and the next one was 7. Right now we don't know what we're gonna get. And when we look back, you'll realize they couldn't cover all bases, and we didn't really get a lot of random numbered books. Like, even if a book was number 80 something, when you click on it and read like what was going on, it's like, oh, it was a first appearance of this person or that person. Yeah, they may not have been the biggest person back then, and still may not be big now, but, you know, now is not later, and now is not the future, you know what I'm saying? So we don't know what can happen in the future, you know what I'm saying? I think at best, characters will get bigger, popularity, through movies, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be video games, and it ain't gonna be another comic that comes out that just takes the world by storm. Like, I think Deadpool is the last of the last to really do that, you know? And even with Deadpool, they basically had to do like the unimaginable. They basically made this dude like the most powerful character there is. Like, this dude could break the 4th wall, could jump out and kill the author, kill the color guy, kill the sketch artist, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, something like that is gonna pop off, you know what I'm saying? But even Deadpool, like, he's years old now. That book, his first appearance was years ago, And he still didn't even get it popping until years later, you know what I'm saying? And it definitely took the movie to really take his character to the next level. Don't get me wrong, he was huge before the movie regardless, but that took him to another level, as we know. So any of these characters, that can happen too, you know what I'm saying? So just always be mindful of that, and always be mindful too, like, there's only so much they could do, you know what I'm saying? There's only so much time, so much money, so much stuff that will even make sense. So there's no way they're gonna make a movie or TV show revolving around every single character we got a first appearance book of. Like Puma, we don't know if they're gonna grab Puma from obscurity and use him in the Spider-Man movie, but we do know Kraven is coming, you know what I'm saying? Whatever that's worth. So, you know, if that means, I might need to stack up on the Kraven arc, you know, just because that book wasn't popular in real life and expensive. It was popular, but it wasn't expensive in real life. That, I don't know what that means on this app for later on, you know what I'm saying? But I know the people that will recognize that book and will go after that book are people relatively in my age, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know how, if I was at, you know, Comic-Con and I went up to the Marvel booth and found out about VeVe, if I got onto this app and I came across some of those covers, I'd be like, oh snap, like nostalgia-wise, I'd be like, that's crazy that they even got this story arc. But then when I click on it and see how much they're worth, and I see $2, $3, I'll be like, yeah, that's what they should be worth. Like, back in them days, that was not a book like nobody really wanted to trade for or collect, you know, for whatever reason. But we don't know what's going to happen after the movie pops off. If anything happens, you know, what if nothing happens? You know, so it's still a little, you know, risky. You know what I'm saying? I definitely don't put as much weight or stock into catalysts like movies and things like that to boost VeVe comic sales, because I've seen things like Black Panther, you know, Black Panther #1, which I own myself, a couple of copies of, graded copies. Like, you know, I bought those before they even start, like right when they started speculating that they were making a movie is when I got them. You know what I'm saying? And then I saw a little spike when the movie dropped, but it was hard to say because, like, you know, it's just hard to say. But I've seen a lot of other books not do anything, and especially on VeVe, I've seen a couple of things drop, and people be like, "Oh, they're doing this because of the movie," or this and the third. And movie comes out and nothing happens. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen some YouTubers straight up like be in denial and everything, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, I think when James Bond came out, you know what I'm saying, they try to say like, oh, all the movie posters that came out beforehand, or this, that, or third, all this is gonna go up and I'm like, all right, man, go ahead. I said, yo, if that was true, how come when Spider-Man just came out, none of the other Spider-Mans moved? Zombie Hunter Spider-Man didn't move. You know what I'm saying? Nothing moved. Like, it's not when people think. You know what I'm saying? So I don't expect anything different. I don't expect Black Panther 2, the movie, to come out and then all of a sudden people on the VeVe app are going to start buying the Black Panther comics and all of a sudden start buying the collectibles. Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? It takes a new influx of people to really do these types of things that we're talking about, that we want to see, or that we deem notable happening. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's like my man VeVe Vault says, maybe it's, you know, this whole thing is a scarcity game, and that's just what it's going to come down to. As far as when you're in it looking for profits, you know what I'm saying, especially short term. But, you know, I think when burning becomes a thing, you know what I'm saying, I think some of these things that we write off because they have a high mint size, I think that the higher the mint, the cheaper they are, especially now. And then when I think the MCP kicks in and they start allowing people to burn items and get a certain amount of points per burn, like depending on the value of the item or whatever, you'll see things, everything from like freaking Toby to, you know, first appearance, Green Goblin, Amazing Spider-Man, where it's like 60,000 editions, you know what I'm saying? That'll get dwindled down to 20, you know what I'm saying? Or 30 or 40, you know what I'm saying? Like, so certain items that you know, have high edition sizes, if they stay cheap enough, people will use them to burn. So that's gonna add scarcity to them anyway. My whole thing is VeVe gonna be on a level to where they're gonna have a lot of data and information like that for us to even see. You know what I'm saying? If we're able to see that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it can really keep track of remaining supplies of items in real time, that's going to be what will help the marketplace and the value of items, you know what I'm saying, after the burning begins. So I think I've rambled on enough, you know what I'm saying? Definitely got a piece of my brain and where my head is at. So if you enjoyed anything in the video, got anything out of it, do hit the like button, you know what I'm saying? Feel free to leave a comment. Always do share it with your peoples. I greatly appreciate that. Goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? And let me know, are you stacking or are you slacking on this book, man? I want to know. But until next time, appreciate you stopping through. All Things Strange is out.